Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can apply the Essence Eyebrow Color and Shape Gel, which you can use for your eyebrows to fill them in as well as shape them. Now, one important thing before I'm getting started with the application is what tools you will need. First, starting off with a spoolie, which you can use to brush through your brows so that you exactly know where to fill them in, and then also an angled brush. Now, when it comes to an angled brush, certain brushes have a different thickness. So depending on how you want them to look, you either want to go very precise with a very thin angled brush, or if you want to need something that's a little bit thicker, then you can also go with a little bit of a thicker angled brush, which will make the application and filling in the part a little bit quicker. But this is also a personal preference. I'm going to show you how you can fill in any spare areas and also how you can shape the brow a bit. Now let's get started. First, it's important that you're grabbing your spoolie and then brush through your brow hairs so that you know what you're looking at and also where you need to fill them in. Then grab the Essence Brow Gel as well as the angled brush that you have chosen, and also add a bit of product onto the brush. Now, to make sure that you're not overloading the brush, I definitely would recommend use a bit on the back of your hand so that you always can go back and add more if needed. But also making sure that you're not using too much at once so that you will achieve a natural look. I would recommend starting off towards the midsection of the brow hairs and moving towards the tail of the brow, as this way you can also create a little bit more of an intense shape, and then if you're going to move towards the front, you're going to keep it very lightweight. Also use hair-like strokes, so it's not all in one line, as this would look a little bit more unnatural, but just use little strokes at once, and if you need to go back into the product, you can, so that you're not going to overload it. And this way, by creating those natural hair strokes, the brow will also look a little bit more natural as well as also filled in. And if you need to, you can always use the spoolie in between to see where you have applied the product and where you're still missing a bit, so that you're making sure that all the spare areas are filled in. Now, for the front part, it's important that you're just using a tiny amount of it. You want to make sure that the front looks a little bit softer than the midsection and the brow tail. To make sure that it's not looking too much or too heavy, I definitely can share a little tip with you. Use a bit of face powder and a blending brush, and make sure that you're loading the brush quite well with some powder and just dust it through the entire brow. This way you're just going to make it look even more natural, because it will look a little bit ashier and it won't look as intense anymore. And if you feel like you have used a bit too much of the brow gel, then this is also a great way on how you can reduce the appearance of the overloaded brow, and you just can make it look even more natural. And then you can use the spoolie again, just place them in shape, and then you're good to go. So here you can see the before and after on what my brows look naturally, then when I'm filling them in with the brow gel, and also if you're using a bit of translucent powder through it. Now also, what's important to remember. First, start off with a good spoolie so that you can give it a good brush through. Then make sure that the brow gel is also in the right color that also matches with your brow hairs. Then also make sure that you're using the right brush. Depending on the thickness, this is also the result that you will get. And also remember that if you feel like you went a little bit too strong, then you always can tone it down with a little bit of face powder. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and also the step-by-step, so that you can also recreate it at home and get beautiful brows. Now, this is also the video that I wanted to share with you. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!